Even today, in the 21st century, China is still a big agricultural nation. With great changes taking place over time, the villages dotted all over the country are quietly undergoing a period of transition, which reminds us of a newborn baby, growing up slowly, unnoticed day by day. At the beginning of human life, the environment helps to build different characters. Then, what does the future world look like in the eyes of a child? Qianlong is a remote Miao village sitting at the foot of Wuzheshan mountain. Children living here must learn to get everything they need by themselves. They'll struggle to survive, even in the most severe environment. In the dense wild wood, not far from the village, live some rats which feed on wild fruit. The people in this village used to live on them for generations. Old Dung is a production team leader in the village and a good hunter who excels in mousing. Many children like to learn his technique from him. Old Dung uses elastic bamboo chips and rattan to make a rat trap and places it near where the rats live. The Miao ethnic group has employed this method since ancient times. But Old Dung prefers another method that seems more advanced, to catch rats with a crossbow. Old Dung's grandson, Deng Jiale, has learned a great deal about this since childhood and shows special interest in archery. Deng Jiale's first shot is a bullseye, and Old Dung feels quite pleased about it. At dusk, the children head towards the mountain to catch rats. The forests are filled with numerous secrets, as well as risks and challenges, which attracts the children in a magical way. But they have to climb through the karst cave and the stone forest before arriving at the valley where the mountain rats live. The rat traps in their hands make it more difficult to climb up the hills. On the moist and slippery sheer cliff, the roots of trees become the only handholds for them. After trudging through the ups and downs in the stone forest, they reach their destination at last. The rats usually go out at night to find something to eat. As their parents or grandparents have taught them, the children put the trap on the track where the rats will surely run through. They have fully mastered this technique. A little girl finds a rat beneath the bushes. Now they get a rare chance. But they have to keep their distance so as not to frighten the animal away. Jia Le seems a bit nervous. He holds his breath. His first attempt at shooting a rat successfully brings Jia Le great joy. The enjoyable experience of hunting in this jungle makes the children become more patient and courageous than those living in cities. After waiting for a long time at night, the children start early to see what they'll find in the valley. The trap turned out to be a big success. These children feel quite excited about it. Baked rat meat tastes the best. First they roast the rats to get rid of the hair. Next they remove the guts and wash the meat in the river. Then they spread the meat and roast it over a charcoal fire. They'll keep waiting until the surface turns brown. As a hunting method passed down within families, the traditional way of roasting rats is nothing new to these children. Today, people in Qianlong don't hunt for a living anymore. But the traditional technique has been carried forward through generations. In the Kham Tibetan areas over 4,000 meters above sea level, each June of the Tibetan year, people from Sha Long will gather near what is regarded as the sacred mountain by the locals. They pitch their camp and dress themselves up to get ready for the traditional race meeting featured with a distinctive ethnic flavor. To them, this is a special way of praying to the sacred mountain for good weather for their crops. "13-year-old Tudung Dorji is the youngest racer this year. At the age of 8 or 9, he began to practice riding without a saddle under the guidance of his father. Now he has become an experienced rider. Warming up exercises are necessary before racing. To prevent the horses from running too vigorously during the competition, Tudung Dorji and his father need to whip them to run in a circle. Before sunset, father and son drive the horses up to the mountain so that they can graze on the warm, tender grasses there. The diet for horses before racing is particularly well chosen. They have 1 hour to eat in the morning and another one in the evening. Moderate hunger could stimulate the horse to give an extraordinary performance. Today, the race meeting will kick off. Every horse is dressed up by its owner. In the beginning, all the racers will lead their horses to the top of the sacred mountain to provide sacrifices and honors for local gods. Tudung Dorji will take part in the race riding his beloved horse. They have become integrated as one after getting along well for quite a long time. The villagers in festival costume are heading for the high ground over the racetrack to cheer on the racers. For them, it's the most exciting event of the year. The racers are required to remove the saddle and take control of the horse by pulling the reins, which calls for superb skills in both riding and rein control. The race begins at midday. It's a 5-kilometer race. The rough terrain is a big challenge for everyone. In the end, Tudung Dorji came 7th in the race, consisting of nearly 100 competitors. The top 10 racers will be hugely rewarded. Accompanied by his father, Tudung Dorji comes to receive his award. The father feels proud of his son's accomplishments. Shortly after the race, Tudung Dorji's parents help him to dress in traditional costume. He is going to give a horse show, which is one of the highlights of the race meeting. With no hands holding the reins, the performer on the back of a galloping horse dances and rolls by placing their feet firmly into the stirrups. Tudung Dorji's father has taught him to perform some stunts. As the grassland appeals to a horse, racing has become more than a hobby. For Tudung Dorji, it's like food and air to every human being. It's in his blood, in his bones. These children inherit old traditions from their forebears and embrace what nature has brought to them. On the vast Loess Plateau that has been there for thousands of years, Zhongshe is just a small village far away from bustling cities, bleak and desolate. The primary school and kindergarten, situated in the same place, are truly the best buildings in the village and represent all the hope of the local people. Though there are no diversified sport facilities on the ground, the joy is immense as the children all play together. This boy's name is Yuan Yuan. His parents work in the city all year round. So Yuan Yuan and his 6-year-old sister, Xiaorong, are taken care of by their uncles. Yuan Yuan is in primary school. while his sister starts learning in the kindergarten located in the same yard. Yuan's eldest uncle was born blind. He can only do simple farm work with his hands. Yuan's second uncle lost his sight at the age of 3 or 4. Now he raises sheep to earn a living. With a keen sense of hearing and touch, he can definitely tell one sheep's bleating and features from another. As they haven't got married yet, the uncles treat Yuan and Xiaorong as their own children. Friday seems to be the longest day for them, because Yuan and Xiaorong will come home today. As soon as the children arrive home, their eldest uncle gets busy cooking, while their second uncle plays a game with them. The kids are having great fun, cheering the family up with their laughter. Living here means that these children grow mature at an early age. Yuan has been herding sheep since early childhood. He needs to feed the animals twice a day, for 2 or 3 hours each time. Sheep which get loose can be a big challenge for the shepherd. But Yuan has the ability to drive them back to the right rack. While Yuan is busy with his flock, Xiaorong and her uncle are sitting at the top of a hill. On Monday, Yuan's eldest uncle takes him and his sister to school, though they've become quite familiar with the paths. Nothing could stop him. Children's Day is approaching. Yuan is 1 year older. With everyone preparing to give exciting performances, all the children will be made up by their teachers.
湖口联校中式小学开心过6·1文艺汇演活动现在开始。
下面请欣赏体育节目花样跳绳。
Yuan is the only boy in the group. Herding sheep gives him the opportunity to run, jump and climb the hills. That's why his performance is widely applauded by the audience. Xiaorong, sitting in the front row, feels proud of her brother too. In the meantime, their eldest uncle is crouching in front of the school gate and listening attentively. He has built his hopes on the future of these children. 14-year-old Mei Liu Yeti is a Kazakh girl. Now she's in grade 6. In the boarding school of Jieturula Township, Mei Liu Yeti has become fond of football.
Benim adım Mervet. Futbol benim en güçlü övesim. Жарыс майданында мен жүгіргендей емес, ұшып жүргендей сезінемін. Футболмен ойнағанда мен тағы да туған жерімнен шығып, шетелге баратындай сезінемін. Астанамыз Бейжіңге бардым, алыстағы Чөстіреге бардым.
Mei Liu Yeti hasn't been home for almost half a year. Even today, most Kazakh people still live a nomadic life. Whether having classes in the spacious and bright classroom or playing football outside. At every single moment, Mei Liu Yeti misses her parents and their sheep back in her hometown. Mei Liu Yeti is the eldest child among the football team, so she has to take the responsibility to look after the younger ones. It's a traditional virtue of the Kazakh people to help each other. For thousands of years it's been integrated into the blood and the soul of these children. Today, Mei Liu Yeti's parents will come to see her, so she has worn her favourite earrings. Earrings are traditional jewellery for Kazakh people. As Mei Liu Yeti loves playing football, most of the time she places them under her pillow.
Шеше, құлағымнан сырғамды алып тастағанымды кешіре көріңіз. Мен әлі де ұлтымыздың дәстүрін құрмет етемін. Бірақ менде ұлым мұрат асқақ жігер бар. Менің арманым әйгілі футболист болу.
With urbanization increasing all over China, the villages boasting quaint and pleasant scenery are becoming part of the urban edge. The traditions passed down for centuries are fading away into a folk tale, which seems to be an inevitable process in social development. It is the same with a child, who will eventually grow up to face a different world. But we hope that when they look back one day, the innocence of childhood is still there at the bottom of their heart.